Hello, Wicked here. I did miss the 1.4 stream and also didn't bother covering it since I was busy at the time for like 2 days. So I missed the stream and the update was already out, so there was no point of me doing it. I did make it to the 2.0 stream, barely, because I honestly forgot it was today. Today's stream was just about 2 hours long and they showed off quite a lot and showed off the stuff they talked about in the letter and showed off like 4 trailers, so I'll play them throughout when they're relevant. So let's get started. The first thing they showed off was a new trailer for the game with updated stuff and a new area and characters, so I'll play that.
小テストの範囲は教科書220から284ページ。
揃ったな。
それでは行こうか。
やってー来ました潮風が気持ちいいわね。バッティングセンターで楽しめるコツ教えてあげられるよ。
チャンスだ。
今日は私がおごるから好きに頼んでちょうだい。すごいいろいろ取ってきたのね。あなたお友達が多くないのではなくて、だって私も少ない側ですもの。大丈夫、なんたって私がいるからね。
そんじゃ行こうぜ吉祥寺。
辛いことがあったら支えてくれるし、私もずっと支えたいと思う。
たとえどう思われようと俺はタケ君を助けたい。
なんだ。
あなたが隣にいてくれたらちゃんと向き合えそうな気がして。だから友達っていうか親友だね。
きっといつもそばにいる君に究極の学園 RPG P5X 好評配信中。
Welcome back. What they showed off was a few snippets of the new area, Kichikoji. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. It's another huge explorable area with new NPCs, similar to the Shibuya map. So far they only mentioned Fumi Ogata and Ina Kageyama. Fumi is like a tour guide of the area, and Ina is like a coffee cafe waitress. It says new stories, so they just might be side quest stories and not social links, like how the Gilf was in 1.3. Next they showed off 4 new activities, but only talked about 2 of them. Also, new Gacha toy machine getting added if you care about that. The first one they showed is a new part-time job where you're a meat seller. And the second one is meditating at a temple. I don't know what that's gonna do. I guess for the bottom 2 we hang out at bars, and the last one we hang out at the coffee cafe. It looks similar to Ina's picture. Now I'll show off the new main story trailer, so here you go.
わしは片山久美の名でパレスを探してみたいと思う。ダムだったんだこのパレス。
先輩、俺は何すりゃいい。
この子が教えてくれている気も。
放課後少し用事があるから夕方に吉祥寺に来てほしいって。お前たち種村をすぐに信用しすぎだ。うわ、何よれ。
路上ライブこんなところでやってたんだ。
下北沢に素敵な中古レコード店があるんだけど、一緒に行ってみない？
あの子結構うまくね？
ここから先は任せて。本番だよカリオペ。準備はいい？ここだ。お宝の気配を感じる。
まずい生徒懲らしめないと。
シャドウが強制的に暴走させられた。全員構えろ。
さあ共に野を駆け森を抜け空を舞おうぞ。我は汝。
汝は
これで終わりですよ。
必ずあなたを救い出してみせる。畳みかけろ。
一気に終わらすぞ。
飛んでる。
怒りをほら打ち負けなさい。片山さん、
私に時間をちょうだいリーダー。
ダメ。逃げなさい。だからやめて。ここからは暴力教師による一方的な殺戮ショーの始まりです。
So that was pretty cool. So it was like the next main story will take place in the sewers. Even though it looks cool, I'm pretty sure it smells like shit. That's gonna be fun. But for 2.0, they are only releasing part 1 of 4 of the story and will conclude in 2.3. They said part 1 is pretty long, so you don't have to worry about beating it in like 10 minutes. But since there's a new story, that means a new character getting added to the Phantom Thieves roster, and it's Riko Tanemura. So here's her trailer.
私のあるべき姿。
根村さんってすごいよね。美人の優等生でおまけに社長令嬢とかマジ憧れる。
確かにすごいけど、あの人ちょっと冷たくない？誰に対しても事務的っていうか、なんかロボットと話してる気分になる。
うわ、出たアンチ。今のマガ通信に送っちゃおうかな。
ちょ、やめてってば。
ロボット
ファントム認定されたらどうすんの？
いつからだったかしら。社長令嬢、優等生、風紀委員長。
種村先輩だ。本当だ。今日も素敵。
それが私に求められている姿。私のあるべき姿。
分かってますってリコ先輩、すぐやめますから。
今回は見逃してくださいよリコ先輩、お願いします。
種村さんは本当に優秀ですね。
そんな風に自分に言い聞かせて、ずっと私自身から目を背けてきた。また痛みを味わうことになるのかもしれない。それでも私はもう迷いはないわ。私のあるべき姿は私自身で決める。
リコ先輩、こっちこっち。
ここではウィンドよ、クローザ。
So let's go over her kit. Her codename is Win, and she's a defense down debuffer and a healer. Starting with skill 1. Her skill 1 decreases all foes' defense by 10% for 2 turns. Mariko's speed is at 100 or more, decrease defense by 4.9 for every 10 points of speed over 100, up to 29.4%. Also inflict insight on main target. Her skill 2 increases all foes' damage taken by 10.5% for 2 turns. When an ally reduces an enemy's down points or knocks down a foe, decrease cooldown by 1. And her last skill, spend all intel stats to grant fair wins to party for 1 turn and restore targeted allies' HP by 12.7%. Increase more based on Riko's speed and the number of intel stack points. If Riko's speed is above 100, increase damage by 1.05% for every 10 points of speed over 100, up to 6.3. So for a free unit, she sounds pretty cool, and in China, she's the best of the free units, sitting at tier 1, while every other free unit we've gotten sit at tier 4 and below. So that would be Matoa, Tomoko, and Soy Boy. But let's talk about her awareness copies. At E1, at the start of battle, inflict insight on the foe with the most down points. A2, after using Burn Gale petals, inflict insight on the foe with the most down points. A3, increase the skill level of skill 1 and 2 by 2. A4, when an ally uses a highlight, inflict insight on the foe with the most down points. A5, increase the skill level of skill 3 by 2. A6, if Riko's speed is above 100, when using Burn Gale petals, increase cooldown time for every 15 points of speed over 100. Not bad, I guess. I kinda expected more, like more defense down or damage taken on foes to make her copies worth it. But these are like, cool I guess. But she is a free unit, so they don't want to make her broken. That's understandable. Now, moving on to the next banner character. We have Ayaka Sakai, aka Cord. She does electric damage and she's a buffer. And to this day in China, she's still tier 0, making her the best support in the game. And also makes her a must pull. I've skipped most banners other than Minami and Makoto to save up for her. So I have like 120 pulls saved for her. Alright, now let's watch her trailer.
My Mr. Light, scarlet eyes, watching over made me move. Together take stage, sing out on my brain. Singing dream that our mornings are departed from me. Try to write it, come on, my girl, just only move your lips. Be ready to be mine, don't start at waiting deep. I see women lonely, shimmers and waving, coming back to senses. You are by my side, aerial high. There's only light shining wonder on gloomy world inside. Hey, listen, thanks to the innovation since we're into you. Each of my words invitation, I'll refer to you. Mine is that bright, scarlet eyes, watching how far made me move. Together take stage, sing on my brave. Sure that I have been seizing my life.
Damn, that was pretty sick. Alright, now let's go over what she does. Her skill 1 deals electric damage to all foes equal to 85.4% of attack. 8% chance to inflict shock on the main target for 2 turns. If an ally has co-star, deal bonus electric damage to the main target equal to 83.3% of the ally's attack. Pretty good damage. Skill 2, grant co-star to one ally and increase their attack by 24% of Ayaka's attack, up to 1220 for 3 turns. Skill 3, immediately activate an ally's highlight, increase its damage by 78.1%. This skill does not affect the target's highlight cooldown time, even if it activates a highlight. When using Catchy Hook, increase Ayaka's attack by 20%, up to 40% for that battle. Catchy Hook has a cooldown time of 1 turn before it can be used. Increase the cooldown time of each time Catchy Hook is used, up to 3 turns, which is insanely good. Lastly, her ultimate, or, well, this game calls them highlight. For 4 ally actions, increase party damage by 45.5%. While active, fill highlight gauge by 10% after each ally action, up to 40%. So it's not a damaging ability, and despite her being the best support in the game, she's also getting buffed. Let's see, her skill 1 chance to shock the main target by 2 turns, and skill 2 increase allies attack up to from 976 to 1220, which were already mentioned in the skills, but it's nice to know what was buffed. Now onto her copies or awareness. A1, at the start of battle, grant co-star to the ally with the highest attack for 3 turns, prioritizing assassins and sweepers, so it doesn't go to like a support or healer like, let's say, Minami, and just waste it. And it increases the ally's crit rate by 15% permanently, so just the crit rate alone is amazing. A2, when using Catchy Hook, increase target allies damage by 30% by 1 turn. A3, increase the skill levels of skill 1 and 3 by 3. A4, highlight enhanced. Increase effect duration to 6 ally actions. Fill the highlight gauge by 60% and decrease highlight activation cooldown for all other allies by 1%. A5, increase the skill level of skill 2 and her ult by A6. At the start of battle, Catchy Hook can be used immediately. Cooldown time is permanently decreased to 1 turn and won't increase. Every time Catchy Hook is used, increase the party's damage by 20%. 50% up to 2 stacks. Her A4 alone is extremely good. Just one less turn for her ult cooldown is amazing. And her A6 removing her dumb cooldown increase mechanic, and also increasing the power damage at the same time is pretty good. So free to play and goldfish players, I would say try to get her A1 at least. Just for that permanent crit rate by 15%. That's just like way too good to just toss out. For dolphins, I would say A4. And whales, obviously A6. She won't get added to the standard pool until like February or March. So that's a while until you see her again. Unless they do like a secret run. Lastly about Ayaka is her social link has been updated. So now you can romance her. And that's it about her. Next is Joker is getting a rerun. For us current players, he will be here for 30 days. But for new players, he'll also be around for 30 days. But no matter what time a new player starts the game, Joker will be there on banner. Now that we have story and the characters out of the way, let's get into the events. Next, we are getting a story event, similar to how Joker's first castle dungeon, Makoto / Yosuke painting event was, which gives a shit ton of gems and 20 limited pools and 20 weapon pools. And during the event, you get Rico's 4-star weapon and max it out when you complete it. So you don't want to skip this event. And speaking of 20 limited and 20 weapon pools, we're getting a login event with the same amount. So extra 40 limited and 40 extra weapon pools. But wait, there's more. Instead of the typical 600 gems for the live stream, we're getting 1k gems. They also explain why Global don't do redeem codes is because the amount you get from the code is already part of the live stream gift. Like in this picture, the celebration gift is from the stream and the broadcast gifts would be the code. But instead of doing codes, they just give us the gems in the middle so everyone gets it. Which I like more. I do hate the code system in Gacha games. Like, what's the point of the code? Just give me the gems in the mail. Next event is a puzzle event. You get 240 gems, 1 weapon pool, and then 1 limited pool. Cool, I guess. It's not much, but it's just a quick mini event, so it's better than nothing. Next is the mementos. It's getting updated with new areas. And speaking of mementos, in China, the story and mementos scale to the player's level. But for global, they're changing it to a fixed scaling. So you don't have to deal with the bullshit some of the bosses have in them. You can just one-shot them if you're high enough level. Next event is double material drops. They've nerfed it for global from 5 to 4, but now they're putting it back to 5 like it was in China. So hopefully whoever had that idea to nerf it was fired. And we're also getting a 5-star weapon promo soon. And I believe that's it for events. Let's move on to the added content. The first one is called Task. You'll send out a team to gather whatever rewards that are listed, and that team will take a certain amount of time to complete it. And this is also where you can get the cosmic shards, or whatever they're calling them, once per week. And you want to collect 60 of them to be able to buy a copy of a character. So 60 weeks is 420 days, so a year and 55 days to get a copy of a character, which is a lot. I would have done it like every 2-3 months so you can get a copy, but over a year, that's way too damn long. By the time you get 60, the character you want to use might be obsolete by then. That's just a waste of time. But Yui, Minami, and Joker will be added, and on release of 2.0, they'll be giving out 60 shards for free. So I just might save them until more characters are added, for example Makoto, or start maxing out Ayaka instead, since she's more universal for like every team. Back on the tasks, you will get gems every time you level up the task system. So let's say you do 4 tasks and the task level go from 1 to 2, you'll get like 100 gems. Next is Band Club is getting updated with new songs. Cool, I guess. New car sets are getting added. They didn't say what they do, so moving on. Next, they're updating the Wanderer's level. So once you reach level 80, your bar will change to S level 1, which gives you a new light bulb currency to be used to level up the Wanderer even more. And there's a new icon that specifically uses it at the bottom right over here. So for level 1, it will increase HP by 120%, and then level 2 will increase HP and maybe crit damage and so on. So now Wanderer won't get left behind compared to other characters. Which is good, because I don't want the main character of the game to be weak as fuck and be stuck playing him, so you can't kick him off the team. And they tease a new area called Kahima Kuhari. I know for a fact I butchered the fuck out of that. But all they did was show this image, they didn't say anything else about it. Feature updates, they mentioned the guaranteed banner system getting added soon, and the next Lufel Business Plan EX. I forgot what they said they're adding to it, so if you need to know, check out my previous video about the letter. Next, they say you can buy gems off the website instead of logging into the game to do it. It also says all items come with bonus gems, but it sounds better than buying it from in-game. I guess they're tired of paying Steam 30% of their cut, but they want you to use their site instead. Lastly, they mention P5X creator campaign. So if you make content about P5X, you can upload a video on YouTube with the hashtag P5X creators and then post it on Twitter with the same hashtag. And the top 5 winners will get Ayaka, and if you already have her, then you get a copy of her. Also, 5 random winners will get 5 limited pools and 5 weapon pools. I won't be joining it because I don't make enough videos of P5X to be considered a creator, and also I know I won't win, so why bother. So that was it for the 2.0 stream. That was a fuck ton of stuff to go over, and it was almost like 40 screenshots, but this is the best 2.0 update I've seen in a Gacha game. But hopefully the next 2.x updates are this jam-packed. So I rated it a 9 out of 10. They didn't bring up about changing the 6-month period of characters getting added to standing pools, and they didn't mention anything about soft pity. But other than those 2 last lingering problems, the game finally turned itself around and stopped being a shitty gritty company. Now they're showing they actually care about the game. Once they address those last 2 problems, then the game is 100% peak cinema. Alright, that was cringe. I'm out. Peace. See you on the Ayaka pools. Also, one more thing, if you'd like me adding trailers in these news videos, let me know. If not, just say these are shit, so I won't do it again. Alright, now I'm out. Peace.